What's up, everybody? I'm back on the channel. Yeah, it's been a couple days because I have just been in a whirlwind of personal stuff and just work and just life. Life has kind of hit me a little bit hard these past couple of weeks, so kind of took a break for the past 10 days or so on a video, but we are back now because I realize I cannot stop forever. So we're back with some content. And today we're going to keep it light. This isn't going to be any sort of real analysis because for real, I have been severely disappointed with the conference finals from a personal standpoint and from like a enjoyer of basketball standpoint, because my God, every game has been a blowout, except apparently for last night's game, which at the time of this recording, last night's game was the Celtics Heat game 5. Apparently that one at halftime was only separated by 5 points. I would not know because I made no effort to watch that game at all. But today, I want to talk about what is on my screen right now, which is the full voters ballots for the All-NBA teams. And I was more or less going to use this as a critique of the selections for All-NBA team. And I was just, that would take a lot of time. And frankly, I don't have that energy right now. So I kind of just want to look at the first team ballots and what some of these media voters, the people that have the responsibility of determining whether or not someone gets an extra $32 million in their contract or not. Some of these people are clowns, but let's talk about what some of them have done so far. So we got the screen recording up. For the actual first teams was Giannis, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, and Devin Booker. 4 out of 5 of them got 80 plus votes for the first team, with Jason Tatum being the only one. He really only got 49, and which is something in itself because I think he was splitting a lot of those forward votes with people that were trying to get Embiid into the first team as well. And then he was also splitting with a couple of people that put Kevin Durant on the first team, which that'll be a talking point right now, actually, because I'm seeing Tim Bontemps, he put Kevin Durant instead of Jason Tatum, which if you're ignoring games played, sure, right? But I don't think you can really do that because the sample size just doesn't equate to each other. Anyone giving Kevin Durant a first team vote is an emotional voter. Jared Greenberg, I see the same thing right here. Like, there is no reason to give someone who doesn't even meet like typical thresholds for other awards to give them first team. Like, if you're gonna keep the same style of voting, keep it consistent all the way through. By the way, the people that voted, look at me, the 12 people that voted Jokic, you have a problem. Regardless if you wanted to give it to Embiid, vote them both in. You could have voted both of them for the forward spot. Yeah, I mean, some of you people piss me off. Yeah, and then the big discrepancy that I'm seeing as I look over at the total vote totals, Embiid had more first team votes than Jason Tatum. That right there is the biggest issue with everything, because people had to decide between putting the MVP at the center spot on their ballot, probably not knowing if enough other people were going to vote Embiid or Jokic as a forward, because I see actually 3 ballots in a row right now. James Edwards III, Chris Fetter, and Vince Goodwill, they all put Jokic at the forward and Embiid at the center. Everybody could have done that. I would have been okay with probably Jason Tatum being left out if it meant that the top 3 MVP vote getters this season being Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, if all 3 of them can make the first team in place of Jason Tatum, kick him out. And this is a larger conversation of getting rid of positions. But at this point, you kind of got to bite the sword, man. If the top 3 vote getters happen to be forward/centers, let them all make the first team. There is a route for everyone who voted here to actually give them all a spot on the first team. And a lot of them, for one reason or another, just didn't. Does that mean we should start thinking about stripping the voting rights from some of these people? Absolutely. It's weird, man. It's weird. He got more votes. He was splitting votes as a center and a forward. So like, wouldn't the fix for that just be like making the forward, center, make those 3 positions just like forward/center? So in each of those 3 spots, instead of it being a singular one where people have to decide whether or not they're going to vote for someone to be a forward or a center, just have F/C, 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 right? If you're not just going to get rid of positions, open it up so that the people that can rightfully make third team or first team, let them make it. It's kind of a weird problem that the NBA has right now because it's both good and bad. Bad right now in the sense that people are still trying to figure out how to position these players as we become a much more positionless game. And, you know, just in between giving the right people the credits that they deserve. So Giannis being a unanimous first team, everyone's okay with that. I'm okay with that as a Jokic stan, perfectly fine with that because he's the best player in basketball, and that just is what it is. DeMar DeRozan getting 2 first team votes. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? It was all the way down here. Sarat Sohai. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but what the hell are you doing with DeMar DeRozan on your first team, bro? Giannis, DeMar, Jokic, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic. That was crazy. That was crazy. DeMar over Jason Tatum was already questionable enough, but DeMar over Embiid, that's a little sketch. Like Stephen A. Smith, that's so funny, has Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid on the first team. Good on you, Stephen A. Maybe JJ Redick's a good influence on you after all. Dennis Scott voted LeBron James first team. Well, that's certainly interesting, Dennis Scott. I would love to hear why. Had he played the whole season, he would have absolutely probably been on the first team. No, it's okay to leave him off. It's okay to leave LeBron off. It is perfectly fine. Let it go. It's okay. He'll probably be back there next year. Who fucking knows? The guy is 30. He's going to be 38 during next season, hooping on 25-year-olds in their prime. It's going to be crazy, but that's just LeBron. And then I found the second guy who put DeMar DeRozan in their first team. Oh, this guy straight up just left Jokic off of it. So his Dwayne Rankin from the Arizona Republic had Giannis, DeMar, Embiid, Book, and Ja. Okay. I'm just trying to get a sense of the type of voters that we still have in this league. But yeah, I mean, all of this is pretty cut and dry. I was just a little disappointed in how the voting breakdowns kind of happened and how Embiid got left off the first team due to a technicality. My short-term solution for the All-NBA voting problem, just make those 3 spots, the forward, and the center, just make them all 3 hybrid positions. So FC, FC, FC for each of those. I think you solve a lot of problems because then Embiid and Jokic are both classified as centers/forwards, and it gives them an opportunity to actually get up here. But who knows? That's just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all thought about the whole breakdown, the whole voting in general. Low-key, I kind of had a lot of fun just looking at this stuff, taking it light, taking it chill. So I might incorporate a lot more of these videos into my rotation. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I will see y'all later. Stay safe.